So welcome back, everyone, to Partibridges Final Event. Now we will have our colleague Pierre from Curescam, an association working with young adults in Rennes, to present the output one on youth participation model. So over to you, Pierre.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Pierre from Kereskem. I'm gonna talk to you about the output one of Partibridges. That was actually to create face-to-face training modules on youth participation questions. We created some formations in face-to-face that happens between the year 2019 and 2021. It was aimed for students, but also some young volunteers that were more far away from academics environments, which was very interesting to have a mixed public for these modules. Participation is a really large notion, so each country focused on a different approach and what was relevant for them. I think for me, actually, what gives the richness of the project Partibridges is the diversity of approaches when it comes to participation. So it was an opportunity to focus on different concepts related to participation, such as intercultural approach, for example, based on the works of Margalit Cohen-Emrique, a psychologist, for example. Also community organizing based on Saul Alinsky, an American sociologist. Also the idea of lived territory, the coastal management in Portugal, the education to hope in Turkey, more focus on mental health in the UK. So overall, it was very different but complementary, in my opinion. Associations and young people put themselves in the position of co-constructing and teaching some contents and delivering the modules. For some of us, and I think actually for most of us, it was the first time doing that, and it was a great experience to be able to be in the position of teaching. And because as a young professional, we develop expertise and knowledge on a daily basis, and to be able to be in this position of teaching was really interesting. On a personal level, I feel no more legitimate when universities come to my association and ask for us to teach in classes with the Partibridges experience. Now I feel more legitimate to do so, and it was very positive experience. In Rennes, we did it twice, actually, this face-to-face module, because it was a real success the first time. So we went for it a second time this year. So it was a mix of theoretical content in class and field researches and observations in the neighborhood, for example, interviewing the young people in the streets and youth professionals. We use different combinations of methods from popular education, for example, such as moving debates, theaters, and yeah. The second step was to convert some of this content in of the local face-to-face module into an online training. And I will give the floor to Zoe to present more in detail this e-training that can be used as a training aid and also as a resource that can help the face-to-face training. So Zoe, it's for you.
Okay, thank you. I will share my screen to show you how our e-training works. So here we are. So when you go on our website, partibridges.eu, you will access the homepage with the news, etc. And you can see many tabs, and one of them is called e-training, so really easy to find. You just have to click on it to access our European module on youth participation. And the main entrance to this module is a map, which you can enlarge, put in full screen by clicking in the icon at the top right. So once you are in the map, you can see that there are 5 hotspots, and our advice is to start with the Partibridges hotspot. Because here you can find a word cloud with many concepts, different keywords that are common to the whole e-training, to the whole unit. Because as Pierre explained, we first constructed this module face-to-face locally. And then when we converted it into online, it made sense for us to keep this division in 4 units, 1 per country, because the knowledge is really related to the place and the context where it's created. But in the same time, as we are one project and we are sharing a lot between us, among us. Of course, there are many common points, transversal concepts in the unit. So after this hotspot, you can go back to the map, and there are 4 hotspots for the 4 units. We will not give you any advice on where to start, because we believe that it depends on maybe your mood, or if you want to start with something totally new or with something you already know a bit. So it really depends on you. So we will not give any order, but we created in order to help you some teasers. So by teaser, I mean short videos explaining the content of the unit. For example, I will just put the beginning of the Portuguese one so that you can see what I mean by teaser. So don't forget to put the subtitles. Okay, I'm not going any further, but you can have a look at it by yourself. So you can see all the teasers, and you will see that each unit focus on one specific point, topics like that was relevant for the country group. So for the UK, it's more about the youth category and youth work. What is youth work? For in the French unit, you will learn more about how an association can support youth participation in a working class neighborhood. In Portugal, as you already know now, it's about co-construction of knowledge and how this is linked to youth participation. And in Turkey, it's you can discover the concept of educated hope, and again, how it's related with youth participation. So let's say that we had a look to all the teasers, and then we decide to start with the Turkish unit. So it's really easy. Just below the teaser, you have a link to access the unit. For the Turkish, Portuguese, and French units, you have to choose between English or the national language. Then there are different sequences, and the topics are diverse, but also the methodology, the pedagogical tools are really diverse and various. So just to give you some examples, the first sequence of Turkish team is a video with the whole of Educated Hope, explaining some concepts about hope. In the UK unit, you have, of course, videos, but also interactive PowerPoints, like this one, with videos and audios inside. Then another example from the Portuguese unit this time. So it's an interactive book, and if you click on read, you will access again many content like texts, pictures, like interactive pictures, and also some games. And last example from the French units, it's a subjective map of the neighborhood, where again, you can find many types of content like texts, like PDF text and videos to go further, etc. So at the end of each unit, you will find sometimes some resources to go further, like text or everything, and also some quiz. So it's an opportunity for you to do like self-evaluation, to evaluate your own knowledge. And this is an example from the UK unit. It's a quiz, just like a basic one, but I also have drag and drop. And again, it's an example, but all the quizzes are different. At any point, you can go back to the main map by clicking in the tab, or at the end of the unit, you have a specific button to come back to the map. So I still have one thing to show you. It's just below the map. We created a glossary with all the main important concepts of all the units in the alphabetical order. And so you just have to click on it to access the specific resource where this topic is discussed. So if I want to learn more about adultism or banking education, then I just have to click here and access the specific resource. I think that's enough about presentation, enough talking. We would like to invite you to try some of our introductive games. So it's not evaluation, of course. It's introductive games like warm-ups that are here to catch the attention of the learner. And so I send it in the chat. And also with this link, so you can access the game in the link, and you can also access a WOOC lab where we would like you to give us some feedback on what you think on our presentation. So please give us 3 words that came into your mind when you heard Pierre and me speaking about O1. So I share my screen, but okay. So yes, let's take 5 minutes. I hope you can all access to the link and go also to WOOC lab. We meet again at 11:35, 36. It's really quick, just to try the game, and then we will see your reaction all together. Thank you. So if you had the chance to try our game, then go on the WOOC lab to give us some words, some feedback words. I will then take a screenshot for everybody to see them. And if you have any question on the e-training, also feel free to write them down in the chat, because we collect them, and at the end of the meeting, we will have the time to discuss more, to share with you, and also for you to share maybe some of your experience. Fresh, unity, innovative, collective, inspiring, great, fun, hard, diverting. Hard, I think it can be, because it's really dense. There are a lot of content. That's why also you can decide to take one part and just do one unit and another week or another month. Can't wait to try. Wow, great. Dynamism, fun learning, creative, forward thinking. Cool. I let you still 1 minute, and then I will take a screenshot. The accusation. Okay. Thanks a lot for this contribution, and it's really great. Oh, I took the screen. It's really great to have your reaction, and again, you can access this e-training online, and as Pierre said already, you can use it either just to train by your own at home, or you can also use some of the resources to help you, like kind of support during your face-to-face training. It's totally feasible. We tried it in France, this kind of in-between use of the training, and it was really appreciated by the students. So thanks again, and we can have more time to discuss after.